Here we go. Welcome back, Toddler Tribe. So excited you are here. We are a little bit into our new year and we're playing around with the words we choose, the tone we use, and connecting deeply to your toddlers, whether you are parents or teachers, so that you can create that connection that creates a different outcome. And today I'm talking about pronouns. Pronouns. The power of a well placed, well chosen pronoun is profound. It's a lot of P's, huh? So let's think about it for a second. Recently, I had a moment in my life that reminded me of this. I had tons of dishes I needed to do. I ran out of time because I needed to get out the door to get to church. I got home from church and the dishes were done. What a beautiful gift, right? Just a lovely thing that my husband did. And I noticed it. I was grateful for it. I was flooded with those emotions that we have where we realize somebody did something nice for somebody else. And I really sat inside it for a moment. So then I went to thank him, right? Gratitude. And we are not in gender roles in our household. I don't want to give that impression at all. Like the idea that the dishes are somehow mine to do, that's not it at all. It's just I had said I was going to do them. And so we are also a household that really measures and values our words, right? We say what we mean what we say, and we are a commitment made, commitment kept kind of people. So, I said, oh, I didn't get to them. I ran out of time. I'll do them when I get home. That was me saying that. This gift that he gave by doing them for me, oh, so well received. So I go to show gratitude and I say, thank you for doing the dishes. That was so kind of you. You didn't have to. I intended to get to them when I got back. And he said, in a kind tone, accepting my gratitude, yeah, I didn't mind. I did your dishes. Boom. Wow. Fully triggered. Now, all those feelings that I had of gratitude swapped immediately for, excuse me? Wait, tell me that again? You did my dishes? They're not mine. I don't own them. I mean, can you hear the difference already? That one little word swap. Did he mean it that way? No. And in fact, he caught himself immediately and said, oh, wait a minute. They're not your dishes. I did the dishes. I'm going to break this down for you in a moment. But what I want you to hear inside of this example is that the way we were spoken to, or the way we heard other people speak to each other from childhood, is what pre-programs these sentence structures and these responses to come out of us. My husband did grow up in a household that had very clearly defined gender roles. Honestly, still does. And in that household, the dishes are his mother's. They are her job. They do belong to her as prescribed by the way that both she and her husband, my husband's dad, defined the way that that works in their household. Well, when we got married, I made it very clear right out of the gate that was not how I was going to define things. Right? We were a next level couple. We were a next generation couple. We were an elevated couple, and we were going to define things for ourselves, which has been a wonderful journey to be on. And, aside from the fact that I watched him kind of in awe of him growing past those boundaries that were so clear for him, modeled for him as a child, and being willing to recreate it and try something new. I love the way that we share responsibilities. But that old language, that back subconscious phrasing, it's almost impossible to get rid of. Even when you don't mean what the words mean. This is really important. The fact that he caught himself, there's the win, right? That he had awareness of, oh, that's the thing that I say, that doesn't mean what I think it means, and it upsets us. We are in a different way of communicating. We appreciate each other differently. I better fix this. That's the consciousness part of the interaction. And that's what you strive to do when you are engaging in conversation with your kids. Conscious parenting is really about being conscious of the energy you bring to the interaction, the words you bring to the conversation, and the meaning behind them, both how you intend and how they receive. So many of you know I have a background in linguistics, so let's break this down, okay? That one word, I did your dishes. That is a possessive pronoun. Outside of yourself, when you say it to somebody, they own the thing or the experience that you're talking about. I picked up your toys. Is our tone going to be great with that one? Probably not if we're heated, right? I picked up your toys. It was their job, but you needed it done. You did it. And now you are throwing onto them that ownership. And what comes with ownership if we don't feel like we really have done our job? Shame, blame. One word. He swapped it out for an article. A, an, and the. Articles. They're like the no man's land, the neutral zone, right? They have no possession. They just state what things are. A dish, the dishes. Okay? Articles are your new best friend. I picked up the toys. You can still have that tone if you're so triggered you can't release it, right? That can happen. But the possession isn't there. The inherent hiding, implied blame and shame is not there. They just are what they are. I really would love for you to sit with this. Be kind to yourself. Replay a few interactions that you've had with your kids lately. Listen for where those personal pronouns are sneaking in. And then try to put yourself in their shoes and imagine what it makes them feel. Because here's the other part about ownership of something. When we own something, it develops a part of our identity. Whether we intend it to or not, whether that is a self-evolved, positive confidence boost identity, or a blame and shame and degrading and confidence lack identity. So if we are putting possession on our children and then following it up with they aren't doing what we expect them to do, so therefore they didn't meet the expectation, You're using words so incredibly unintentionally, and that's why I am breaking it apart piece by piece to develop an identity that says, I am not, I can't, I don't. Those negative self starters, those negative self talk starters in our brain. Because did you know, as you speak to your children, you are actually forming their brain connections. So there are words that lift us up. There are words that build identity. There are words that break down identity. And then there are words that bypass identity and go to their brain. I recently met someone who introduced me to a brilliant curriculum called Tools of the Mind. You are building the tools that your young human's mind has. Brick by brick, word by word, phoneme by phoneme, sentence by sentence. And it's intentional work. And it only happens if you understand the power of the words that are coming out of your mouth and how to use them intentionally. And that's why I'm here. Did you know we have a newsletter? It goes out every Monday. A short little story to tap you into the podcasts of the week. If you never want to wonder what's on tap here at Transforming the Toddler Years, please go ahead and join the newsletter today. I would be very, very grateful to have you on there and start a conversation to help you craft your words. Until our next episode, stay mindful and proactive as we transform the toddler years.